In this week's Northwoods Adventure, Shane Lee learns about up-and-coming aquatic activities at Friends and Neighbors Day at the Presbyterian Clearwater Forest in Deerwood.
The sky was gloomy early Saturday afternoon when so many water lovers headed toward the camp's boathouse on Clearwater Lake. Bad weather would have been a big problem for someone traveling a long distance for Friends and Neighbors Day.
I woke up at like 6 and I drove for 2.5 hours.
Fortunately for the nearly 200 people attending, the sun soon came out, filling Clearwater Lake with kayaks, paddleboards, and hydro bikes.
I think they're pretty cool. I've never seen anything that floats on a bike that floats on water.
Hydro bikes seem pretty straightforward. Pedals move a propeller, handlebars control the rudder, and the bike rests on pontoons instead of tires. A less familiar sight on the lake than the hydro bike was the paddleboard. This year was the first appearance of paddleboards at the camp, and it didn't take some people long to figure out how they worked.
The biggest challenge is, I would have to say, finding your balance point on it, because it varies for different people depending on how much you weigh, our body structure. But otherwise, once you get the hang of it, it's pretty easy to find out.
That's all coming from someone who has paddleboarded 3 times, but what about somebody with less experience?
This was the first time I'd ever done a paddleboard today. It went fairly well. I didn't fall in. I don't know, it was a lot of fun.
The wind is the most difficult factor once you get on your feet, but for most beginners, the toughest part is getting there. Shane Lee, Lakeland News.
If you've enjoyed this segment of Lakeland News, please consider making a tax-deductible contribution to Lakeland Public Television.